Recently, This Is America&The World visited South Korea. The capital city, Seoul, is high-tech and high-energy, with a culture that embraces both today's K-pop music and traditions that date back thousands of years. In contrast to the fast-paced daily life of Seoul, outside the city, nestled in the mountains, sits Jinkwansa Temple. During our visit to the temple, I met with the director of the temple's meditation center, who took me on a tour of the temple grounds. It's a beautiful complex, open to the public, and offering a variety of experiences, including spiritual services, meditation classes, cooking classes, and temple stay that provides visitors with the opportunity and experience of living the temple life for days or even weeks. The beautiful surroundings set a peaceful stage for a wonderful conversation with our teacher, who's been studying and practicing Buddhism since childhood. And our conversation was a Buddhist teaching unto itself. During this program, I hope you'll experience the lack of pressure and sense of calm we did on our visit to this beautiful temple. This Is America&The World visits South Korea. Funding for This Is America&The World is made possible by the Japan-America Society of Washington, D.C., the Sultanate of Oman, the Korea-U.S. Alliance Foundation, the Patriots Culture and Arts Committee in the Republic of Korea, the Nepal Tourism Board, the Forerunner Foundation, the Rotendaro Family Trust, and the Embassy Series, uniting people through musical diplomacy. Thank you for being with us today.
Oh, thank you for your invitation.
How was your day today?
Today, it's been very good. Yeah.
What have you been doing?
I've been meditating and spend some time with my dog. Yes.
When you meditate, what do you do?
I think the meditation is paying attention and being aware. So I bring my mind to what I'm doing. So when I'm doing some sitting meditation, I just focus on my body, and sometimes I move my mind to my mind. So my attention to my mind, what's happening inside of the mind. So I'm just being aware of my body and mind.
I remember a time where I was doing some meditation, taking some classes. And what you say is interesting to me, that you could almost kind of look at your mind.
Yes.
And watch what was going
on. Observation. Yes.
But it's always going, isn't it?
Yeah.
New pictures, new memories, new thoughts. Huh?
Right.
So the idea of the meditation is to focus, slow down.
And look at what's going on.
Look at being in the present, they would say.
Right.
And that has a great effect on the body as well, doesn't it?
Yes. I mean, our sensations, that's happening in every moment. So our body lives in the present moment.
It's difficult to do, though, isn't it?
It's very difficult. Yeah, so we need to practice.
I know the phrase monkey mind.
Oh, yes. Yes, monkey mind. We have monkey mind.
It's just going.
It's just going. You know what? The American scientists found that that's because of default mode network in our brain. So it's very natural to think many things when we do nothing. So when we just sit quietly, we started thinking a lot of things that's just coming up. So it's very natural things. So that's why we just observe it. And then at that time, we have some space. We can make the space. Oh, okay. I'm now watching what's happening inside of my body and mind. Now I'm going to choose this one. I'm going to bring my attention to my breathing, or I'm going to bring my attention to my body sensations like that.
Hard to do.
Hard. Yes, hard.
So you actually practice meditation.
Yes.
And when you say practice, you're talking about learning how to be more effective.
Right. That's very good. Yeah. Good explanation.
So it's not just the practice, it's practicing the focus.
Right. Every moment I'm just practicing. Yes.
I've met and talked with many monks in our travels, sometimes here in Korea, in Japan. A nun I've not talked with.
Oh.
Buddhist nun.
Oh.
So this is a special occasion for
wow.
me. Yes.
Very nice.
But a privilege. How did you choose to be a nun?
So I've been ordained for 25 years. I'm mid-40.
Don't tell anybody. Nobody would know. You don't have to announce.
Okay. Okay. So after I graduated from my high school, I became a monk. Became a nun. And when I'm in the middle school, high school, I started thinking about that. Why do I have so many emotions going on in my mind? Why do I have so many thoughts going on in my mind? And I always kind of trapped by that emotions. So I really didn't want to be like that. So, okay. And then I have been meditating from the time when I was in preschool. So because I learned meditation in the temple. So at that time, I just started thinking about them. Well, maybe I just need to practice meditation in my whole life and then be free from those kind of sufferings, having different emotions and trapped by them.
You used the word suffering.
Yes.
Now that's important in the study of Buddhism, huh?
Yes, very important element.
So we ask the obvious question: what causes the suffering?
What causes suffering? Theoretically, attachment.
Theoretically, attachment.
Yes, but I'm saying theoretically because it's very hard to understand and hard to practice in our daily lives. We know there is attachment when we don't need to think about all the things, we don't need to achieve all the things, but we attach to having achievement, we attach to the money or many things, relationships. We know that, but it's hard to be detached from that.
But you can't be detached from money. You have to live.
Yeah, we need to live together.
You have to be in relationship with people. You can't detach from that.
Right.
So what's the difference between the attachment, which is more holding on to, more grasping for?
Yeah. I think there should be some respect. So respect for the people that I'm meeting or that we are meeting with. So we need to respect their life. So I don't control their life. If I want to control them, then that causes suffering. I want to control their lives because I'm thinking that I'm attached to them. I'm very close to them. At that time, that causes some sufferings because they have their own lives. And the society too, the money too, it has their own energy and it has their own lives. But if I want to control all of those, then it makes some sufferings.
So how do people learn to detach?
So that's why we practice being aware, observation, what's going on, and see, it's just happening this time, but it's disappearing sometimes. So it goes on and move on. It changes a lot. So there is impermanence. So we should be aware of the impermanence.
Now you put your finger on something very important.
Oh, yes.
It's all change, isn't it?
Oh, yes.
And one of the sufferings is trying to hold on.
Yes.
to what was.
Yes, that's right.
But there's no more what was.
No,
That's gone.
That's gone.
This is now.
Yes. So that's why you practice to be in the present moment.
Very hard to do sometimes.
Yes.
So you were young. Were your parents very religious, in the temple all the time?
Oh yeah. So I learned about Buddhism and I practiced meditation. So at that time, they just let me know to look at my nose, the tip of my nose. So just look down your nose and then just quietly seeing the nose and see what's going on. And I really was into it. So, it's very good.
So it blocked out everything else.
Yes.
Because you were looking down.
Yes, right.
And how long did you study to become a nun?
How long? You mean after I graduated from high school? I started learning about Buddhist philosophy. I mean, before that, I learned about the Buddhism, but after I decided to become a nun, I learned a lot of philosophical things or some chanting or prayer things. And then we need some 5 years or 4 to 5 years to become a fully ordained nun.
What did your friends think when you said you were thinking of being a nun?
Oh, but when I was in middle school, I always told my friends, I want to become a nun. And then some of my friends told me, you're not, you will not be. And some of my friends supported me. So, before graduating from high school, they actually came to me and then, I support you. You will be
wonderful.
a very good nun like that. So,
Wonderful.
Yes.
Nowadays, when people are meeting a Buddhist nun, so let me ask you this question. How important is Buddhism in Korean culture today?
Today, these days, many Korean people don't have a religion.
Yeah.
So the 50% of population, they don't believe any religion. But culturally, the Buddhism is embedded in Korean culture.
In the culture.
In the culture.
So explain that a little bit.
So many people thinking about the interconnectedness. So it's very community based. And then they know we are living in a community. We are living in the public. So they are thinking about what others think about them and what they need to do in the society. And also, these days, they meditate a lot. And also, they even though they don't believe Buddhism, they come to the temple and then they spend some time to quiet their mind and body down. And then they just clear their mind and then go back to their homes. So this is very culturally, I want to just calm my mind down. And I just walk around the temple and then just go to the mountain and then just visit the temple and then come back. And also there is a temple stay program or other meditation programs. And even though they don't believe religion or the Buddhism, and even though they have different religions, they just come here and then do practice, learn about the impermanence or interconnectedness, and then just come back to their daily lives. And then I think that's very important element in the society that for their mental health.
In the United States right now, lots of depression and anxiety. Even amongst young women, thoughts of suicide.
Yes.
Post-traumatic stress disorder, addictions. We're living in a different world, huh?
Yeah.
It's a tough world.
It's tough word. It's tough. And I would say Korean also have very tough lifetime.
Talk about that a little bit.
Unfortunately, the Korean have been ranked as a top in the suicide commitment. And also we have very high level of depressed country. So the Korean people have a lot of sufferings in their life.
Can you put your finger on what's going on to cause that?
Yeah, I think I actually thought about that a lot. I delve into why this kind of happens in Korea. And I just found that it's very competitive society. Very competitive. But adding to that, not only it's a competitive society, but also they are considering about others. So they put their mind into the others, not their mind. So I don't know, it's kind of a dilemma. So the many people in younger generation, they become individualized. I think in some ways, it has a very good things, good elements, good factors, but also, there is another things going on. So they think about what others think about them.
Yes. Yeah.
So they think about others, not themselves. So because of others would think about they need to be in the very good university, they need to be in the very good company. So they just try to be a good person. So they don't care about themselves, their mind like that in the society. So it's it's dilemma. They just come to the temple and then calm their mind, body, and then go back to society, and then again start in the competitive things, and then they just put their mind outside of the world, outside of their body and mind. That's very dilemma.
I talked with a 16, 17-year-old boy, and I said, how much time are you on your phone? And I said, I read 5 to 7 hours a day.
Oh.
And he said, that's about right. Some studies, but some just games, what other people are doing.
Yes.
And that's what other people are doing has a reflection on their image themselves.
Right.
They say, I should look like that person.
Right, that's right.
I didn't go to that. I didn't get an invitation to go to that party.
Right.
You know?
So they feel depressed because of the comparing each other.
Comparing.
Yes, a lot of comparison going on.
So there's the comparing. This idea of trying to slow down, it's not only the meditation, it's also the breathing, temple stay, going to visit a temple just to calm the mind down. What else can you offer for us to help? Because we live in such a fast-paced society.
Right.
You know, it's internet, it's social media, it's boom, boom, boom.
Yes. So in every moment, we need to be aware what I'm doing. So we need to bring our attention to inside of our body. Our body tells us what I need at this present moment. So we need to cultivate the awareness. We need to be a friend of our body to get into our mind.
Do you think healthy mind, healthy body, or healthy body, healthy mind?
Oh,
which way does that work?
It's a very hard question. I cannot answer to that question. They are reciprocal.
They are reciprocal.
Yes.
So if you do have a focused, healthy mind, you probably do have a focused body.
Yes, we can get into the body too. Yes.
Do you find that people who are able to meditate are usually in what we would call good shape physically? That they would, do they take care of their bodies and their minds?
If there is a person who, it's very hard. Sometimes, when I was younger nun, I didn't care of my body. Because I learned your body is just body. You don't need to take care of your body. You just need to practice over your mind. So just focus on your mind like that. At the time, after a while, I realized that I get sick very easily because I just focus on my mind. I just work on inspecting on my mind, and then I started feeling that my body doesn't react in a very good way. So at the time, I started thinking about I need to take care of my body too.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes some people at some point they may need to take care of their mind, not just body, but in some ways they get into the point they need to take care of both of body and mind.
And I would think if you can take care of both,
yes,
then you're probably a happier person.
Of course, yes.
And willing to just kind of go with how life deals the cards.
Yes, right. And also we can accept what's going on.
Acceptance, that's interesting.
Yes.
Acceptance,
yes.
Change,
yes.
Not attachment.
Yes.
All of these things are pieces of the pie, huh?
Yes, right. So in the practice of meditation, we practice that kind of things. That's not just philosophical things. We can see, we can observe, this is why we talk about impermanence. That's why we talk about acceptance.
Those are huge.
Yes. So that's why we need some time.
And it's all change.
Or changes, yes.
What can we, well, I will ask you this question. So in this kind of conversation, the interview is over, and we're walking back out just to take a look around in this beautiful environment we're in. Very calming environment.
Yes.
And you say, I should have said this, or he didn't ask me about that. What comes to your mind? I should have said this, or this was important and we didn't touch on that.
So, so many. So, but I don't want to attach to what I want to say. But maybe we need to take care of our mind and body in a compassionate way.
Compassion now, see, there's another key word.
Yes, compassionate way. So we need to be very kind to ourselves. And then we can be kind to the society and to other people. And we need to be loved by ourselves. So love and kindness, both are compassion. So we need to love other people. We need to love the society. And also we need to love ourselves, our body and mind, with the kindness.
So if there's one thing we can take back home and help spread a good message, that would be it?
Kindness.
Love and kindness?
Love and kindness, yes.
Wow. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
What a wonderful conversation.
Thank you.
You've started my day beautifully.
Thank you so much.
After the conversation, we explored the temple grounds. So let me step out of the way right now and encourage you to experience a brief meditation inspired by the sights and sounds of this beautiful temple.
이때 부처님께서 수왕하고 사례계를 지었다 진앙가모 법녀나경 나무실상경 나무실상묘 법녀나경 나무실사경 나무실상묘 법녀나경 나인과 구행이 있었냐.
Wow. I want to share with you some short pieces from interviews that I've done over the years. I call them reflections, and you can find them on the media platform Substack. They're filled with wisdom and inspiration and motivation. So search Dennis Holy on Substack.com. Enjoy and share. For information about This Is America and the World, visit our YouTube channel, This Is America TV. Visit our website, thisisamerica.net, and follow us on Facebook and Twitter. Funding for This Is America and the World is made possible by the Japan-America Society of Washington, D.C., the Sultanate of Oman, the Korea-U.S. Alliance Foundation, the Patriots Culture and Arts Committee in the Republic of Korea, the Nepal Tourism Board, the Forerunner Foundation, the Rotendaro Family Trust, and the Embassy Series, uniting people through musical diplomacy. Recently, This Is America and the World visited South Korea. The capital city, Seoul, is high-tech and high energy, with a culture that embraces both today's K-pop music and traditions that date back thousands of years. Our original plan was to examine healthcare in Korea, but it quickly evolved into a fascinating look into traditional Korean medicine. On this program, we'll get an overview of a different kind of healthcare system from a professor who teaches traditional Korean medicine. We'll also meet a doctor famous throughout Korea and beyond for his unique lung cleansing theory. And finally, we'll visit one of the largest herb markets in the world, the center of traditional Korean medicine for shoppers, merchants, and tourists. This Is America and the World visits South Korea. Funding for This Is America and the World is made possible by the Japan-America Society of Washington, D.C., the Sultanate of Oman, the Korea-U.S. Alliance Foundation, the Patriots Culture and Arts Committee in the Republic of Korea, the Nepal Tourism Board, the Forerunner Foundation, the Rotendaro Family Trust, and the Embassy Series, uniting people through musical diplomacy. At the College of Korean Medicine at Chung-Hee University, we'll learn some of the basics of traditional Korean medicine and how it differs from Western medicine. We'll learn it all from a doctor and professor with extensive experience in the United States. What is at the heart of this Korean medicine? How is that basically different from what we practice in the West?
Yeah, Western medicine is more anatomical based and disease-oriented medicine, we can say, and also it implies the quantitative assessment. But on the other hand, the Korean medicine is more focused on functional medicine. For example, there are many people around us that somebody has many pain, for example, headache, but he checks every examination, laboratory test, and even MRI checkup, but everything is normal. But he still has some symptoms. But there is no clear medicine for him because everything is normal on the lab. But in Eastern medicine or Korean medicine, we emphasize the symptom or some functional problem. So we can provide acupuncture treatment or herbal medicine. Even there's no abnormal findings in the lab test, because we emphasize on the patient himself or herself, and the symptom we take it. Every symptoms we take it regarded important.
So, if I understand correctly, in the West, in America, we're kind of like medicating the symptom. So the symptom might be the same here, but you're trying to eradicate the cause of the problem, huh? So a little different there.
Yeah, we check even it is some area symptom, we check whole body, even including digestion or some life habit, something like that. So, and we balance and harmony is the most important word in Korean medicine.
Balance and harmony.
Yeah, so it's a holistic approach.
You're a physician as well as the professor, right?
Yes.
So someone comes in with, let's say, skin condition, or back pain, or breathing, difficulties in breathing. How would you make the diagnosis, and what treatments would you offer?
Yeah, before traditionally we check the important factors, including the tongue diagnosis and also pulse diagnosis. But nowadays, as a technology develops, so we also accept biomedical diagnosis also, as well as our traditional approaches nowadays. So for skin rashes, itching or something, we check if he has comes from the too much heat energy in their body. So we have some acupuncture treatment to cooling down some heating energy, or some medicinal herbs to cool down the heat inside our heat. So it is some different perspective, but it is we can say it is more the root treatment.
Root treatment. Now, suppose we get into something that is more severe. Someone comes and they have been in an automobile accident, or someone has been diagnosed with some cancer. Is the same kind of treatments or possible in those much more severe cases?
Much more severe cases, but for example, like you mentioned, the car accident. The surgery or emergency treatment should be the first priority, but our traditional medical doctor can help them as adjunctive therapy to pain relief before and after surgery. And also for the cancer patient, you know that cancer drug is very toxic. So many people have some nausea and vomiting and hair loss, many side effects. So, but we can relieve the side effect symptoms.
How about mental problems, illnesses? In the United States, depression, anxiety, post-traumatic stress disorder, addictions.
Right.
How do you treat those here?
Yeah, mental health care is also a very important part in traditional medicine in Asia. So in many cases, maybe the ear acupuncture is very comfort and easy treatment. Ear acupuncture, there are some small seed or small needle we insert and keep it for several days. So it continuously stimulates our body point, some effective body point. So it is one of the option. And also, you know that some meditation or some Tai Chi, movement, exercise is very important to our mental health care.
Do you think that the Korean people are happy?
I think that I can guess some Asian people, Korean people, Japan, we have a little bit better life.
Diet? Diet?
Yeah, sure.
And they're more conscious of their health, do you think?
Yeah.
Are you happy?
Yeah, I tried. So, thank you.
Professor and Doctor, thank you so much for the education.
Thank you for having me.
This is a terrific conversation.
Thank you very much.
So much.
Thank you.
Dr. Seo Ho-sok is well known throughout Korea. His unique theories and treatment are one of the many different practices of today's traditional Korean medicine. His training and research over the years has led Dr. Seo to develop his own highly unique theory of lung care called lung cleansing and marketing his own medical supplement as a treatment.
편도선염, 비염.
I specialize in treating tonsillitis, rhinitis, and asthma. Additionally, I care for many patients with COPD, pulmonary fibrosis, and other life-threatening conditions like lung cancer. People often believe that rhinitis, asthma, and atopy are incurable conditions that only cause suffering. However, they can be effectively treated and even cured. Similarly, COPD, pulmonary fibrosis, and lung cancer are often seen as terminal diagnoses, leading many people to lose hope. But when the immune system is functioning at its best, it is possible to live well even with these conditions. I have good news for you.
If I come to you as a patient and I say to you, I have COPD and some difficulty breathing, how would you make your diagnosis?
COPD에 관해서는
When it comes to COPD, Western medicine doesn't offer a cure. But I know how to treat it. It's a new approach, cleaning the lungs without medication. Over a person's lifetime, a lot of phlegm and dirt build up in the lungs, along with residue from all the antibiotics and anti-inflammatories they've taken. All you're doing is cleaning out the build-up in the lungs. And surprisingly, when that happens, COPD doesn't get worse. If you keep cleaning and give it time, the lung cells and bronchial cells start to come back to life. Eventually, the patient can make a remarkable recovery just by cleaning the lungs. Here's an important piece of information. When babies are in the womb, their lungs are very clean. The color of these clean lungs is pink. But by the time they reach 3 years old, every baby's lungs become ash and dirty. You might be wondering, why do a 3-year-old's lungs get dirty when they don't even smoke? The answer is simple. From the moment a baby is born, they start breathing, and with every breath they inhale dust, fine dust, ultra-fine dust, yellow dust, dirt, carpet fibers, pollen, powder, cement dust, lime dust, basically everything. In just 3 years, their lungs get dirty. People breathe for 70, 80, or 90 years and never clean their lungs. It's like running an air conditioner for decades and never cleaning the air filter. The principle behind my lung cleansing is similar to cleaning the air conditioning filter. When your lungs are clean, something interesting happens. You feel lighter, less tired, your facial color brightens, you don't get out of breath when climbing a mountain, and you don't catch colds anymore. Anyone can observe these changes. It's the same for people of all backgrounds, black, white, Middle Eastern. Everyone sees a significant improvement once their lungs are cleared. The results of this lung cleansing are phenomenal to observe. Miners who have spent their lives working with coal often have lungs full of coal dust. When they clean out their lungs, they begin to produce a steady stream of watery phlegm. If they spit it out onto white tissue and rub it, they can clearly see the cold dust. After a year and a half of cleansing, the miner's lungs are clean. Just a year ago, he was lying in the intensive care unit waiting to die. A year later, he's in the lounge playing poker.
I talked with some of Dr. Soa's patients and asked them what brought them to seek his treatment and what the results have been.
On that day, as a pure coincidence, that as a taxi driver, I encountered my customer, and I talked to him, and the customer told me that if you have a lung disease, you gotta see this doctor. That's how I learned about this hospital. And then he himself was the beneficiary of this hospital. He was a patient, lung patient, and then he got cured by getting treated from this hospital. And then it took first like 4 to 5 months, and the result. And then I saw my doctor, the Western doctor, and he said that, oh, you really managed your health pretty well, and you are improving. It's been around 6 years since I started taking 평강탕. And before that, I had to vomit blood quite often and I practically lived in fear. And after I started taking 평강탕, the blood vomiting stopped, and I no longer had phlegm either. So I started to lead a very normal life, and it's been already 4 to 5 years. So I'm a perfectly healthy life now, and I do have a job, and I go to work, and I have a very happy life at this moment.
객혈을 많이 하고 그래가지고.
I vomited a lot of blood because of my condition, and some medicine didn't work, and I got very disappointed. And then I finally followed what doctor suggested me to do, that I take these supplementary products on a regular basis. And then I kind of felt that I'm finally out of the woods, and then I got confidence that it's working.
So you are highly regarded and very famous for this lung cleansing theory. You have this unique theory. How did you arrive at the theory? How did you research it, and how do you measure the success?
아까 말씀드린
By accident, I treated the miners I mentioned earlier with lung cleansing. In Ansan, Gyeonggi-do, there is a hospital famous for treating pneumoconiosis. The lives of pneumoconiosis patients are very miserable. Some local people have a meeting to comfort them once a month, and I was one of them. During one of these meetings, I happened to speak with the director of the hospital, who said, "I'm most worried about the patients catching a cold. If they catch a cold, it always turns into pneumonia and they lose their lives." At that time, I was recommending our 평강탕 for cold, so it was around 23 years ago. From that conversation, I promised the director that I would protect the miners from colds if he selected 5 of them. Unexpectedly, a year later, all the miners got healthy, and that's how the principle of lung cleansing was born.
So let's say a new patient comes to your office, maybe skin disease or breathing problems or headaches or maybe some kind of bone pain in the vein, or even heart disease or cancer. Can you treat all of these with some kind of special herbal medicine?
not drug. 드럭이 아닙니다. not drug. Dietary supplement. not drug. Dietary supplement.
Not a medicine.
Not a medicine. It is supplementary. It plays a supplementary role.
약이 아닙니다.
All we do is cleaning your lungs and wait. It's a completely different way of thinking. Until now, when we humans get sick, we look for a pill. What pill can cure my illness? Then we search for that medicine, and after that, we search for a doctor who can cure the disease. This has been the same in every country throughout human history. But here, I'm thinking differently. I don't care what the name of the disease is, whether it's called cold or cancer. I just wait for the lungs to clear out, and the cold won't come back in 2 months. As for cancer, it takes longer. For example, with lung cancer, you need at least 60 months. Now we have a new principle. The diseases that are going to kill you will take longer, and the smaller ones will be easier to deal with. It's all about immunity.
So I can see improve when we talk about lung cleansing, improve the body system, the efficiency. I can understand improve, but with COPD and smoking and damage to the lungs. And with cancer, I can see improvement, but I can't understand cure. Is that very controversial, your thought about that, huh?
심한 경우
In
COPD가
severe cases of COPD, a patient may not be able to walk 100 meters on a flat surface in one go. They might need to walk 100 meters 5 or 6 times, taking 6 breaks in between. I have a patient with that severe condition. 6 years later, he's much older now. He enjoys hiking and he climbs to the top of a mountain. Can you imagine this dramatic change?
How did that happen?
His lung cells got recovered, a lot of them.
And how about the cancer?
Cancer has a different names depending on where it is.
What it happens is that when you perform lung cleansing continuously, then the doctor examines the CT,
And then the tumor gets examined, so the size doesn't get bigger and bigger. And just one day you get diagnosed that your cancer is treated. But the treatment is the same. It's just cleaning the lungs.
Controversial, huh?
The results speak for themselves.
So do you have a particular herbal remedy that you prescribe to your patients?
자, 약인가요? 물인가요?
Do you consider this medicine or water?
It looks like water with something added.
오케이. 바로
It's water infused with 10 plant extracts, just water, no medicinal ingredients.
전혀 없습니다.
It's been analyzed by a reputable lab and they found no medicinal substances, no antibiotics, no anti-inflammatories, no anti-cancer drugs, no painkillers, no sedatives, nothing.
저는
I've been drinking this water for 25 years.
이 물만 먹습니다. 그런데
And my claim is that it clears my lungs. In Korea, China, and Japan, our product has already become a brand, much like Coca-Cola and Chanel. They just buy it, they take it, and it clears their lungs and shows them the improvement in their health.
During our visit to Dr. So's hospital, I had the opportunity to talk with the hospital's pharmacist. Tell me about the hospital.
평강한의원은
This hospital specializes in lung treatment. While other Korean medicine hospitals offer a variety of treatments, this one focuses specifically on addressing lung diseases.
보통 폐 질환 환자들
We usually have a lot of patients with pulmonary diseases, COPD, and skin diseases, atopy.
Are there many doctors working here or just Dr. So?
In this Seocho branch, there's one other person in addition to Dr. Seo, and there are 5 other branches with one director, respectively.
So it's a big operation, huh?
이 그러면은 지점도 있는 큰 규모네요.
네, 맞습니다.
That's correct.
And what is your job at the hospital?
저는
I'm in charge of making herbal medicine, packaging it, and sending it out for delivery.
And then there's a liquid form and the solid form, huh?
That's right. We make both.
Where is the product made?
We are currently making it in Jecheon, North Chungcheong province. Prescriptions are sent to the clinic and we prepare and dispense the medicine at the herbal dispensary accordingly. Once prescription is made, this hospital has a program that the prescription gets sent to us, and based on that information, we do make the medicines. It's all electronic.
감사합니다.
Thank you. 감사합니다. Thank you. Traditional Korean medicine is a natural part of daily life for Koreans. Herbal remedies are available in clinics, pharmacies, and hospitals and are often prepared at home. We visited the center of Korea's herb medicine culture, one of the largest herb medicine markets in the world, which is a modern-day testament to the legacy of traditional healing in today's Korea. Tell me about this wonderful market.
우리의 시장에 우선 오신 걸 환영합니다.
Welcome, Mr. Holy, to this market. This market was formed back in 1960s.
How many shops are in the marketplace?
There are more than 1,000 stores in this market.
And are they all selling herbs?
Stores in this market not only sell herbs, it is almost like a Korean medicine industry. All related, like medicine hospital and the places that produce herbs are all here. It's a complex.
When we talk about herbs, what are herbs?
What we mean by herb is something that is collected directly from nature and is grown in nature and that has some medicinal effects. And we use these herbs for our health and for our food, and that's is supposed to be good for our health. That's what we mean by herbs.
So if you were going to give a lecture or a talk about the marketplace and the herbs, what would you say?
This Yangnyangsi market boasts the wide range of herbs that we carry. There are around 560 different kinds of herbs that are handled here, and it makes up more than 70% of these herb distribution here in Korea. So you can find just everything, just about anything that you want for, if it is for food or if it is for medicine, you can find anything here, everything here. And this is the only Korean medicine market, the Yangnyangsi is the only one that can offer this variety.
You are the president of the entire association. What is your job and what is your message?
My job as the president of this association is to promote this Yangnyangsi market and to help this market thrive even more. And what I do is that I visit stores, ask what kind of challenges they have, and I try to solve their problems. And I like to ask the Korean government to provide some subsidy to our market or to help out in any way they can do so that this market can sustain for a long time.
Thank you for your time. Thank you for our conversation. 감사합니다.
감사합니다. Thank you.
I want to share with you some short pieces from interviews that I've done over the years. I call them reflections, and you can find them on the media platform Substack. They're filled with wisdom and inspiration and motivation. So search Dennis Holy on Substack.com. Enjoy and share. For information about This Is America and the World, visit our YouTube channel, This Is America TV, visit our website, thisisamerica.net, and follow us on Facebook and Twitter. Funding for This Is America and the World is made possible by the Japan-America Society of Washington, D.C., the Sultanate of Oman, the Korea-U.S. Alliance Foundation, the Patriots Culture and Arts Committee in the Republic of Korea, the Nepal Tourism Board, the Forerunner Foundation, the Rotendaro Family Trust, and the Embassy Series, Uniting People Through Musical Diplomacy. Recently, This Is America and the World visited South Korea. The capital city, Seoul, is high-tech and high-energy, with a culture that embraces both today's K-pop music and traditions that date back thousands of years. Our original plan was to examine healthcare in Korea, but it quickly evolved into a fascinating look into traditional Korean medicine. On this program, we'll visit a museum that features the history of herbal medicine and acupuncture and offers traditional experiences such as massage and foot baths. You'll also meet a doctor whose hospital uses Western technology for diagnosis and traditional Korean medicine for treatment. We'll visit with the CEO of a company that uses the latest technology to diagnose physical and mental health. And yes, I was tested. And we'll get to know another side of Dr. Soho Sok, who explained his unique lung cleansing treatment in another This Is America and the World program. He's a passionate promoter of Korean culture and patriotically proud of the close relationship between South Korea and the United States. His mission is to educate the world about the benefits of Korean medicine. This is America and the World visits South Korea. Funding for This is America and the World is made possible by the Japan-America Society of Washington, D.C., the Sultanate of Oman, the Korea-U.S. Alliance Foundation, the Patriots Culture and Arts Committee in the Republic of Korea, the Nepal Tourism Board, the Forerunner Foundation, the Rotendaro Family Trust, and the Embassy Series, uniting people through musical diplomacy. The Chasing Hospital of Korean Medicine specializes in non-surgical treatment of back issues, spinal and joint disorders, and bone issues related to accidents. Chasing, translated as Cha means self and Zing means heal. It combines advanced Western medical technology with traditional Korean medicine. Dr. Raymond Royer, originally from Austria, heads up the hospital's international clinic that attracts patients and medical practitioners from all over the world.
I'm 36 years here.
So you were quite young when you came the first time?
I was quite young, student age, I would call it.
Student age.
Yeah. In Korea, basically, I did some martial arts, I learned some taekwondo, and I injured my ankle. And that time I was recommended to get some acupuncture for this condition, which I tried the first time, and it was surprising and astonishing, and I was a little bit shocked, because why shocked? If you have a sprained ankle, you assume you get some treatment on the ankle.
Yes.
But when I went to this clinic, traditional clinic, he didn't touch my ankle, but he put some needles somewhere else in my body and asked me to walk with the needles. And I thought something is wrong here. I have an ankle problem, not a hand or ear problem.
Yeah.
But I followed the order, and actually after 10 minutes I could feel the release of tension.
Whoa.
The pain relieved step by step. So I was so surprised and said, how is that possible? How does that work? And that was the starting point to decide I want to learn this kind of medicine. I want to know how it works.
So would it be called traditional medicine, Korean medicine?
In Korea, you can call it traditional Korean medicine.
And here, tell me a little bit about the work of the hospital.
This hospital is specialized on spinal conditions. Like you have disc herniation or degenerative stenosis or other back problems, or you have joint problems like degenerative arthritis in the knees or other joints. So all this kind of musculoskeletal condition, especially when it gets to degenerative conditions, but also we see acute patients, very severe back pain, severe disc herniation where they cannot stand and walk. So all kinds of different conditions regarding our skeletal or our bones and joints and muscles. So we are treating those kind of conditions non-surgically.
Non-surgically?
Non-surgically. So that means we are using the traditional methods from old ages, which are for several thousand years developed and practiced on patients. And this knowledge is accumulated. And we are applying this knowledge for the best of the patient. But we also include Western modern equipments for the diagnostic. For instance, we have MRIs, we have X-rays, we can do blood tests. We can do actually everything what a hospital usually offers in order to diagnose the patient properly. So the diagnosis is more Western style, and the treatments are traditional wise. In our hospital,
Yeah.
it's an integrated approach. Yeah, so that means we use the Western diagnostic technology for diagnosis because we want to know exactly what's the condition of the patient. And then we use the traditional way to treat them properly. And the traditional way means we have special types of acupuncture. Acupuncture is a well-known name nowadays.
Sure.
Yeah? Everybody knows it. In Korea, we have special types of acupuncture. For instance, in our hospital, we have for acute patients like back pain, disc herniation, where the patient cannot walk.
Yes.
In order to mobilize him, make him walk again, we have so-called motion style acupuncture treatment. Yeah? So needles are applied in certain parts and then we mobilize the patient. And even a patient cannot walk and stand because of the pain. After 10-15 minutes, he can walk by himself again.
Back to your experience with the acupuncture.
Similar. Yeah, it's similar. Yeah. So this kind of acupuncture. Then there's a modern form of acupuncture that combines herbal medicine treatment, which we call pharmacopuncture. And pharmacopuncture. Pharmaco means drugs and puncture from acupuncture. So we inject herbal extracts in acupoints along the body. And that helps to increase the effect of acupuncture because also that drugs go inside. So that's also a very specific treatment method in Korea, pharmacopuncture. And then, of course, we, especially when it comes to spinal condition, sometimes everything is a little bit out, tilted, misaligned. So we also have a method to adjust, align the spine, the joints again. So we call it Chuna manipulation treatment. Yeah. And last not least, there is the herbal medicine. And it's based on long tradition, so many different herbs, but we don't usually use one herb as a single herb prescription. In Korea, it's a combination of different herbs. Yeah, they work together, they are boiled together, like a tea, for instance, or made in pills, and you take it for so many different conditions.
It's an obvious question, but how do you measure success?
Success, regarding treatment success, it's a very easy question. Yeah. When the patient have no problem and no pain anymore, we succeeded.
That's it.
That's it. Very easy.
On a day-to-day basis, as a doctor, as a physician, what would you recommend every American on a day-to-day basis keep an eye on?
On a day-to-day basis, it's the daily life, it's the daily health care. And this is a very basic. Eat less fast food, carbohydrates, reduce that because that's a big problem. We know the obesity problem worldwide, especially also America. So that's carbohydrates, too much fast food. So reduce that, cook yourself at home, fresh ingredients, and do exercise. Walk every day, half an hour, 1 hour, fast walking. You will be 10 years younger in 1 year.
Doctor, thank you for the education. Thank you for the pleasure of your company.
Thank you.
Thank you. The K-Medi Center, located alongside of one of the largest herb markets in the world, helps visitors explore the history and culture of traditional Korean medicine. Massage, foot baths, cooking classes, and hands-on experience for children are all offered at the center, home to a wonderful museum that explains the unique importance of herbs, herbal medicine, and acupuncture in today's Korean culture. Thank you for being with us today.
It's my honor. Thank you.
Tell us about this wonderful center.
Well, our center is located in the outside of the old capital of the Joseon Dynasty. We called Seongjo Simri. It is outskirts of the old Seoul. And we have a history of 1,000 years.
So this is a historic area.
Right.
And now they call it K-Medi.
Right.
And it's an educational center?
Yes.
And tell me some of the things in the center.
We have a museum and experience facility and some office for merchants around here. Because we are in this place also famous for herb market, the biggest herb market in Korea.
So this area comes the tourists or for Koreans themselves?
Yes, also Koreans comes to this center to rediscover the meaning of herb. Because as you know, the pace of modern Korea is very fast.
Yes.
So some Koreans and some generation of Korean don't know about the meaning of herb. So they come to here to rediscover what is the meaning. It's a real thing of Korean herb like that. And for international visitors, they come to here to find out the tradition of Korean history.
Mm-hmm.
Because Korean herb is one of important and biggest part in our Korean culture and history. And also we have Korean medicine clinic for tourists as a free.
Here?
Yeah, here.
Today, all kinds of children running around.
Right.
So is that educational time?
Yes, we have many educational program for young kids in Korea, because we have, as I said, the modern Korea moves very fast. So young generation don't know about the meaning and knowledge about the Korean herb. Although they got some stories about the Korean herb from their parents, but they cannot see the real things. So young kids come to this place with their parents and feel and touch the Korean herb. Oh, it is a herb. I know that. It is a real ginseng like this.
You're the leader here.
Yes.
You're the boss man. So if you were going to speak to Americans who are coming to a visit here, and you were going to do a 30-second commercial. So you look right into this camera.
Okay.
Talk to the people at home.
Thank you. Thank you for giving me a chance. Okay, we are K-Medi Center of Seoul, Korea. We are, if you visit our center, you can feel the traditional tradition of Korean medical herb, and find many shops around here. So that's a very one-stop place for K-Medi medicine, also Korean medicine and other things.
Thank you so much for our time together.
Thank you for coming.
And this center is absolutely terrific.
It's my honor.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
South Korea is a country of amazing contrasts, old and new, east and west, past, present, and even future, all reflected in the many facets of Korean life, including healthcare. The name of the company we visited is Omni CNS. Its OmniFit technology is like a Fitbit for your brain, using biofeedback to provide diagnosis about stress, sleep quality, physical, and mental health. Owner and CEO, Mr. Kim, explains. Mr. Kim, good morning.
Good morning.
Tell me about Omni CNS. What kind of a company is it?
Actually, Omni CNS is a mental tech company, provide a total solution to manage healthcare, mental health care.
When you say mental health care,
yes,
is here in Korea, are people in good shape mentally, physically, emotionally?
Actually, physically is Korea generally very good due to their very good system for the checkup in advance. Yes, physically is very okay. But in terms of the mental and emotional well-being, it's not so good. It's one of the big issues in Korea.
What's going on that's causing the stress?
Yeah, actually stress is due to the very intensive the academic student and office worker is very hard work for whole life. That is generate the great stress for them. That's why in Korea, suicide rate is very high.
Back in the United States, we have anxiety,
Yes.
depression, thoughts of suicide as well, post-traumatic stress disorder, and addictions of all kind.
Actually, whole kind is the same too in Korea. Actually, anxiety and loneliness. And
loneliness.
Yes. And stress, and as well as addiction. Especially for the student, they are really a big issue for due to the smartphone and the game and the social media. It makes many trouble.
Now, Omni CNS seems to be almost cutting edge, way out into the future. Do you agree?
Yes. I have no doubt OmniCN is a leading cutting edge company to develop, to manage mental health care in Korea. That's why the OmniPit is our brand name of our product. Is used to the whole area related to the mental health.
Does a patient or a client come here?
Not come here. They come to the hospital,
Yes.
or Oriental Medicine Clinic. The doctor utilize our product to diagnose their patient. We just provide our solution to them to help their diagnosis. Actually, I would like to show that our device.
Yes.
This is a medical device.
Okay.
It is the world first the medical device to measure brainwave and pulse wave through our device within 1 minute.
Brainwave and
pulse wave.
Pulse in 1 minute.
Yes, within 1 minute.
So is it like biofeedback?
Yes, right.
And does that device have a name?
This name is OmniFit. OmniFit.
OmniFit.
OmniFit. OmniFit.
Okay, like we have back home, Fitbit or something like that?
Yes.
So the client comes in.
Yes.
Do the doctors believe that that's good?
Yes, because it is already satisfied Korea FDA. That's why they can use it.
So the client comes in.
Yes.
And they have some complaint. And then the doctor puts on the device.
Yes.
And in 1 minute,
yes,
what can they tell?
Actually, after 1 minute measurement, we can give a stress level.
Yeah.
And some for the senior people, they worry about the dementia. Using this device, we can predict their dementia in advance using this device.
Is the doctor that is performing the test?
Yes.
Is that like a psychiatrist or a mental health professional?
Mental health professional.
Okay.
Yes.
So they get the stress level and they get the pulse level.
Yes.
And then they make a recommendation to the client. What would they say to the client?
There are two kinds of the treatment.
Yes.
From the doctor. The first one, they will give medicine. Another one is biofeedback treatment using our device.
This is the EEG sensors, so it's gonna measure your brain status.
That's serious, right?
This is the PPG sensors, which will collect your blood vessels and find out your autonomic nervous system.
Okay.
So
you put it on it.
This. Okay, nice and easy.
It's okay. Okay. Well done.
Would you press your date of birth? Starts with year.
Okay, I'll see. Okay.
Okay. And your month.
Is that right?
Is correct.
Yeah. Go.
So as you can see here, this is your real-time EEG, which is brain waves, and it shows your brain frequencies as well. So it's gonna take 1 minute measurement. So please relax and close your eyes for 1 minute.
Close your eyes in a comfortable position.
The measurement is completed.
You have a normal stress resistance, which means you can get over your stress faster than normal. Like most of people have very low resistance, but you have a normal level, so means you can get over your stress faster.
So do you think, based on our testing and evaluation, that I'll live?
Yes, absolutely. You can live more than 30 years.
Oh, good. I like that. I like that. So you're onto something big.
I hope so.
Well, Hyundai has made an investment in the company, right?
Yes. Not only for the Hyundai capital investment,
Yes.
but also Korea Development Bank, governed by government. And another Sarajam, which is one of the biggest healthcare company, is our investors.
What do you see as the future?
Actually, our goal is to provide innovative solution to the people to manage the mental health care, and we are improve the quality of life. That is our goal. That's why we are preparing the co-stock listing to get more fund to increase to improve our system to the world.
Mr. Kim, you're a pleasure to talk with.
Thank you very much for giving us a great opportunity to share our story.
Thank you. In another This Is America and the World program, we met Dr. Soh Ho-sok, a well-known traditional Korean medicine doctor whose unique medical theories focus on lung health and lung cleansing. Dr. Soh's mission is to promote traditional Korean medicine throughout the world, and his sponsorship of cultural events often opens that door. You're very famous. I first read about you in the New York Times, and then you sponsored a cultural event in Central Park with a Go tournament and concert, big success. You're very proud of the relationship between the United States and Korea. Would you talk about that?
General MacArthur saved our country 74 years ago during the war on the Korean Peninsula. He took a nation completely ravaged by communism and brought us freedom and democracy with the victory of the Incheon landing. I owe the happiness of my entire life to the general. Since he was American, it feels like my natural duty and final mission to thank America. With that in mind, I want to contribute to the health of the American people. I see this as my remaining mission as a Korean medicine doctor. I feel like I've paid it forward a bit by holding the ceremony in Central Park in honor of General MacArthur recently. It was my way of giving back.
제 이제 마지막 꿈이자 마지막 희망.
My last dream is to create a village of super centenarians for 110 years old in the middle town between New Jersey and Pennsylvania. It will start with 100 centenarians, 50 men and 50 women, all 100 years old. Currently, the statistics show that 1 in 1,000 centenarians live to 110. But my dream is that all 100 of these centenarians will make it to 110. That would be a miracle, and it would shatter all the current stereotypes. When that day comes, I hope to make a powerful proclamation that all diseases in the United States are gone. It would be a blessing for all 300 million Americans.
Yes, and me.
저까지요.
Thank you.
감사합니다.
I want to share with you some short pieces from interviews that I've done over the years. I call them reflections, and you can find them on the media platform Substack. They're filled with wisdom and inspiration and motivation. So search Dennis Holy on Substack.com. Enjoy and share. For information about This Is America and the World, visit our YouTube channel, This Is America TV, visit our website, thisisamerica.net, and follow us on Facebook and Twitter. Funding for This Is America and the World is made possible by the Japan-America Society of Washington, D.C., the Sultanate of Oman, the Korea-U.S. Alliance Foundation, the Patriots Culture and Arts Committee in the Republic of Korea, the Nepal Tourism Board, the Forerunner Foundation, the Rotendaro Family Trust, and the Embassy Series, Uniting People Through Musical Diplomacy.